Hello, beautiful souls. How are you? I am Ayana Malika Critchlow from Malika, your host from the Cocoa in the Sun podcast. I am very happy to be here today and very grateful for this space and for YouTube for allowing this service to be available for free. So kind of YouTube. It's such a great idea. Anyways, today was a really strange day for me. Um, so like sometimes, I think I've said this before, like when something looks really like it could be not devastating, but annoying or inconvenient, usually it's the end period of a time when a new one's coming in. So I don't usually look at it in such a negative way. What gets me most is like if I'm asking for a change and the change isn't occurring. But like if I'm asking for a change and it seems to be getting worse, I kind of know, okay, that something's good is coming. It's weird, but that's just how I kind of know. Well, today was a very strange day. It was a very, um, I don't want to say stressful. Um, but challenging a little bit, right? Things that in the past would have kind of thrown me off course or caused a lot of anxiety, um, didn't today. Also, I know what I still need to work on and where I'm at in the whole thing. So I'll give you guys the story. But before we get into all of that, I just wanted to say I've been looking into Mighty Network because I was like, I would like for there to be like a space if anyone wants to, where we can meet and talk and learn new things or share things or just be able to express ourselves, and be heard. So I was looking into this thing called Mighty Networks, which helps you build communities. And I know I only have 50 subscribers and maybe 10 views an episode. But I'm so grateful for all of you. And I'm like, I think I want to do it. I think I want to create this space. So what is preventing me, of course, again, is lack of success, right? What if I do it and nobody comes? I should be used to that by now. So it shouldn't be much of a, it shouldn't bother me too much. And I think I'm pretty much going to do it. I'm still in the process of figuring out, how to do all the background network stuff. So I think I'm going to try their first package, their first, which is like $40 or $41. And what I don't even know, like, beside wanting it to be a space where people feel like women feel that they're heard and their true essence, um, you know, the truth of the love that they are is seen and accepted. Um, that's kind of like all I know that I want it to be. So far it's called She Who Knows. Um, She Who Knows. Wait, let me get your full name because I don't want to. I know it's my own thing. I spent so time in so much time figuring out what I wanted to say exactly, but I could have made the word a little too long. Um, it doesn't. Where did I find that name? Sorry, guys. I should have been well. She who knows a gentle soul bloom path. That's what I called it. I like the name. So I like the name because it's gently integrated. It doesn't overwhelm. I don't want it to overwhelm. I want us to move at the best pace for each person. Some people is fast, some people is slow. I want it to be gentle. I don't want it to be, you know, an overwhelming, anxiety-riddled space. So a gentle soul bloom path, soul bloom, where your true self blooms. Anyway, so that's what I'm calling it. So I think what I want to do right now, so right now I'm trying to build out the little page for Mighty Network, like with pictures and like the the branding or the mission and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure that out, but I'm sure that's going to grow as and be adjusted and refined as I move forward with it. So it gives good prompts and stuff for what to do. Right now, I know I just want like for once a week or maybe even once a month 'cause I don't want it to be overwhelming for anybody. We whoever wants to meet and we talk and share things about what works well for us, what helps us with certain things. It could be anything from um our expansion into subtle energies or things that have to do with our physical reality, like, what nutrition, how to move through that. I'm 47 and I'm learning more about um that transitional pause between time between perimenopause and menopause and what's the best way to move through that? What are the best resources, the best foods, the best medications, the best practices, best I don't say meditations, but like coping skills and joy fulfilling things to get us through it, like all the aspects. So even that, like I want that to be things that we talk about, but everybody's not at that stage. So maybe you're at a stage where you're having kids and you want some motherly advice or mothering advice. Maybe you don't have kids or you don't have a mom and you want to feel loved and supported in that way. Like everything that I can think of that a human can find support for, not necessarily in a professional, intellectual sense, but in a lived and experienced sense that other people can offer support, education, advice, thoughts, or just listen. Just listen. Nothing needs to be said, but you just need to feel heard. I think that's what I'm thinking the space is going to be. I think it is going to be more focused on woman. I mean, it says she, who knows? I don't like to limit things or categorize. I like to include all. But I do think it's going to be more woman focused. Yoga, anything. If you do yoga and you want to do like a yoga session with the group once a week, that's not the day that we're meeting to talk, then yeah, like every Tuesday, yoga with so and so at so and so time. Like, you know what I mean? And, I don't know how um it's going to work out, if I'll be able to actually complete it and build it in a way that is um complete. But I want to try. So I'm thinking about it. I will put the invite in the link below, the link for the invite below. And I can't see what the page looks like to other people. It's so weird. But I'll put the link for the invite below. If it looks incomplete, please know I'm still working on it. But I just wanted you guys to have access to it and to give me feedback or thoughts. I think you'll be able to comment in it too. Even if I don't have like a Zoom meeting, like the post that I put, you'll be able to comment and I'll be able to get your comments and know what your thoughts are, what you're thinking. If you have ideas on what the space could be, I'd love to have people come and just also like if they have a specialty and specialize in something and they want to share it with the group or just me. I don't know who's the group. That would be like great too. Like, everything, even finance, no, Lord knows I need help with that. Um, I need to be more educated. So yeah. So I'm thinking about that. I'll put the link below so you guys can check it out and tell me what you think, if I should move forward with it or not. And if, think it's a good idea. Um, it's not completely finished. It doesn't look finished. Please know that I do work 2 jobs. I'm trying to get it done. I really am trying to get it done. I don't think it will have a subscription at first. I think it's going to be pretty much free at first, but eventually, especially if we're going to get people to come and talk and stuff, I may need to figure that out. But that's not the focus right now. For now, I think it's going to be free for everybody. And then we could talk about that, like what you guys think, if it should be, if it shouldn't be, and if it's subscribed, how much it should be, what's affordable, what's not affordable, what do you think it's valued at, stuff like that. Okay, so look out for that. She who knows a gentle soul bloom path on Mighty Networks. Okay, so I'm very excited about that. Like, I'm really excited about that. Really, really excited. I also think, like, in my nursing career, I think that I am really interested fully now. I think I have a passion for women's health, especially in that menopausal region, because a lot of the jobs that I have, some of it has to do with chronic disease. And then some of it has to do with like everyday needs like birth control or ED medications, hair loss. And all these things were okay, but I didn't feel like I had a passion, like I wanted to learn more about it. Like I learned what I had to learn in order to help, and answer questions and give secure, safe advice, education. But I think I really, really want to learn more about um, HRT, how that works, what it affects, what cancers it can contribute to or not contribute to, what's the best way to take it so it doesn't contribute to cancer, and like what it helps. Like this is why I'm interested in the topic because like I had like a few members, older ladies that were having more UTI infections and they just couldn't understand why. And they were seeing urologists and stuff like that. And I had Googled it and it came up that actually no, I didn't Google it. A post came up on like a doctor that's focused on women's health, and she was saying, older ladies do tend to get UTIs, and it's because of the lack of estrogen, especially how it affects your vaginal region. I think it makes the skin there more fragile and susceptible to bacteria because it's more fragile. I think it could break. So, or not even break, but it allows, it's not as supple and um, supple. I don't want to say supple. Anyway, it's affected by the menopausal process and the lack of estrogen. And she had shared that people are concerned about like breast cancer because estrogen can contribute to it, or estradiol. Um, but that she was saying if you use it externally, it does not have the same effect on breast cancer as if you take it orally. So she was talking about like patches and she was talking about putting a dab a dab, which is like I think like a cream or lotion that you put, in your vaginal region, which helps to um contribute to it being um I forgot the word that she used. I don't want to use. Anyway, it decreases the amount of UTIs. This lady had said that, she had a patient on the messaging that she had a patient and she just mentioned the dab time patient started using the dab and she had less UTIs. So I'm not sure if it can say it could resolve UTIs 100%, but it does prevent as many infections or can contribute to preventing. So I want to find out more about it because like I'm talking to you now, but I don't have like all the facts and I don't have all the studies and I don't have all the statistics. But I think these are things that we need to know that nobody really knows about, not a lot of people. So I think I want to learn more about those things, that aspect of nursing. Um, so yeah, so that's a new thing. But anyway, so the episode today, what I learned about myself was I don't panic or get anxious as I used to when situations happen. I trust a little bit more. So today I got up early, I was going for my walk. I'd seasoned my chicken. I was going to make some curry chicken. Seasoned the chicken early, gonna put gas in the car and go over to find a card for a family member that I wanted to mail in the car. After putting the gas, the car on the way to the pharmacy in the parking lot had cut off like mid-drive. So normally that doesn't happen. The last time it happened was a very long time ago. I needed an oil change, but it wasn't flashing anything that needed an oil change, anything like that. And it started back. So like it wasn't the engine. It wasn't the battery because it would start back, but then like if I drove again, like 2 minutes, it'll cut back off. So I left the car there. I called State Farm. They had AAA and State Farm asked me where I wanted the car delivered. I don't have a mechanic. I only use the dealer or like those little dealer places, right? So I went on Google, looked for people with stars and 5 stars and call. And this guy answered. I called like 4 people before him and nobody answered. It was just messaging services. But this guy answered. He seemed really nice. He said to bring the car over and he gave me the address. So I took the car over because it was a free tow. Instead of taking it home, I was like, might as well take it to the mechanic. And then if I have to Uber home, I Uber home and then I'll pick it up whenever it's ready, like whatever's wrong with the car, right? So we took it over there. And this man's like under a tree in a parking lot. And the address he gave me was for a auto parts store that he's under the tree doing the mechanic work in. And I was like, what is going on here? Anyway, I said to myself, there's a reason why I'm here. I don't know what God is doing. So let me just see. So he tells me that he has like no instruments. He's not checked the car. He just asked me like what happened. He thinks it's the fuel injector and the alternator. So if it's the alternator, then why is it starting, right? Because isn't it like if it's the alternator, it wouldn't start. He was like, no, it could still start if it's the alternator, just wouldn't have energy or whatever. Like it wouldn't. So I was like, no electricity a thing with the car. I don't really know, right? So I'm like, but just two things wrong, you think, with the car, and you haven't like done any testing, like you haven't even opened the hood, like, so already my feelers are going up, right? He takes me into the auto parts store and he's like, you could buy the parts here and I'll just replace it and you can pick it up tomorrow. So I was like, okay, well, what's the cost of the parts and what's the cost of the labor? So the lady gives me the cost of the parts, which is a little bit expensive, but I'm like, you know what? I Googled it. It said it could cost anywhere between that and that. So she was within range. She was mid-range actually. And then he says, so I asked him what's the cost of the labor. And I don't think he knows that I Google how much it would cost, right? First of all, I told him like how was he know to do things. So he said he was going to focus on one thing that he thought it was, and if that didn't work, like if he changed that and it didn't work, then he'll do the other thing for free. So I was like, it's just weird. But I was like, okay, let me see where it's going, right? So I found out the cost of the part. It was within range to ask him what is the cost of the labor. And the cost of the labor that he gave me was almost quadruple what online was saying, right? So I was like, I don't know if he was lying or not. I didn't know if maybe online was incorrect or maybe my car needed something. What I knew was I wasn't comfortable paying what he was saying, being that online was giving another figure. So I told him that I would take the car home, I'll get it towed home, and then I'll get back to him because I didn't know. I wanted to call other places and have the car seen by other people because I was trying to resolve it really quickly and um I think I should not have just when I saw it was under the tree and then he gave me a diagnosis without even looking at the hood. I was like, nah, this guy needs to go somewhere. It needs to be checked. So I wasn't comfortable with it. He could have been correct, and had I shopped around and I got the same quotes, I might have gone back to him because he was a little personable, but I just wasn't going to do it with what he was saying. It wasn't adding up to what online was saying, right? He didn't make any fuss, whatever. I go about my business. I call like a new tow truck company. Now I have to pay to tow it home, but I don't mind because I was like it was my mistake bringing it here. Um, he doesn't seem upset. He gives me back my keys or whatever. And then when the tow truck comes, he loses his mind with the tow truck driver. I had no clue like what his issue was with the tow truck driver, right? He goes on and on with the tow truck driver, but how the tow truck is an illegal tow truck. And it doesn't look like an illegal tow truck. And the guy tells me, no, I'm licensed and stuff like that. He's a really nice guy. The guy is really calm. Like even on the phone, he was really calm and kind, right? But this mechanic is just going off on this tow truck guy. So the tow truck guy says, no, it's licensed, like whatever, right? Then he continues that the guy is stealing the car. And I was like, how is he stealing the car? It's my car. I have the registration. And then he switches now that the guy has a gun and he calls 911. 911, the police come. It was so much drama, y'all. The police come. Everything's licensed. The guy's tow truck is licensed. Everything's fine. They stay until we leave to make sure that we can leave safely. But the guy's behavior was so strange. Like I had not experienced that ever, right? Now looking back on it, I think maybe like he was desperate for money and he didn't want me to leave with the car. Um, but he never like had an issue with me. He was like so focused on the tow truck driver, which was right. The tow truck driver was coming because I called him. Anyway, and I felt really bad that the tow truck driver just got called for a job and he had to deal with all of that crazy. One, I didn't know the guy was going to act crazy because he hadn't really acted crazy while I was there. Like even when I was taking the car, he was giving me my keys. He was calm, like he stayed in his car. Like so, I couldn't even like tell the tow truck driver before that this guy was weird or nothing. Like I didn't know until the tow truck driver came. It was just insanity. Anyway, everything worked out. The police came was really calm, and I just felt really bad that the tow truck driver had to go through all of that. But I learned such a good lesson. One, I learned to trust my discernment because I knew something was up with him, and I'm glad I didn't like move forward with the car just out of desperation because I don't think he was going to fix what was wrong with the car. The tow truck driver was a really nice guy, and I think he's a really good contact to have because even after that, he connected me with his mechanic who also works at a Jeep dealership. So or used to work at a Jeep dealership. So he has a lot of history with Jeeps, which is what I have. I have a Jeep Cherokee. So that was a really good link to make. Um, and I'm going to take that guy to that field mechanic. And it's good to know I found the tow truck driver is licensed and all his things are in order because the police came. And the tow truck driver was just such a calm, safe, understanding person. Also learned, um, yeah, that I have to say, but I also learned that I still have a very short fuse for people being treated unfair. Like I was so mad at the mechanic, the way he was treating the tow truck driver that had nothing to do with anything that went on between us. And really he had himself to blame for overpricing. And he never like, even when he saw that I knew that the jig was up, right? Like I wasn't going to pay that. He never like said, okay, I'll do it for like the actual price it should have been. Um, I don't know if he didn't think I was going to leave it. I don't know what that guy thought, but it was a really insane situation. And I didn't get like super anxious or nervous. I was kind of, I was annoyed with the guy, and I told him like what he was doing was just so unnecessary and very, very. It was a very nasty thing to do to the tow truck driver, and I told him that. So I expressed myself, but also I didn't feel um like nervous or scared or you know. I don't know. I think before I would have been a lot more frazzled by what occurred. So I also would have been frazzled with the car not starting and not figuring out like how to do like even though like the whole thing went askew and I ended up somewhere that I shouldn't have been, I need to get it back home. I still was calm enough to think through clearly, okay, well let me get the car home, let me call the tow truck again and let me get it there. And then from there I'll take it from there and find a mechanic and get like three quotes like I should have in the first place. And even when it stalled in CVS, I was like, okay, well, let's get the car. I'm not going to try to drive it home. Let me get the car towed to a mechanic. Like everything, I felt like I was able to think clearly through what I wanted to do and not be overwhelmed and nervous by the situation. So, so I did learn that, but I do know I still have a short fuse for people being treated unfairly and being unkind to others for absolutely no reason. Um, and also when it was, because he was being unkind to me with the charge, I'm walking away from it and being okay with walking away from it. And also not holding him, like I wasn't feeling begrudged by him. Like I didn't feel like, oh, this guy is terrible. I can't stand him. Like I didn't even think like that when I saw that he was trying to like quadruple the price. And I was like, well, let me just take the car home and figure it out. Um, the only time I really got upset, I really didn't like, was how he was treating the tow truck driver, which was an innocent person in this whole thing, who just came because he was called to tow a car and was going to be paid to do so. He had nothing to do with the issues. So, I learned discernment. I learned that I'm calm still under pressure, that I can think clearly. I'm not easily frazzled as I used to be. And I still need to work on um still seeing the love in people because after the guy was behaving the way he was behaving, I was like, yo, this is just so unnecessary. Like, why is he doing this? When I got home, I realized maybe he needed the money and he was really upset that he wasn't going to have it, you know? Um, but I just couldn't pay quadruple. I wasn't going to do that. I probably would have given him like a little change if I knew like he was hungry or something. Like he didn't look hungry. I don't know. I think I could have been able to see him a little more compassionately when he was acting up, and I wasn't fully able to do that until I got home and settled. So I think I still have improvements I can make or grow. There's still ways I can grow in love, but I have grown more since the last time. So it's really curious. It was a really good thing. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was like a learning, like it let me know where I was at. So I really like that. Um, so what else am I learning? I saw my friend's beautiful baby yesterday. It was like the best day. I got to see him for the first time and hang out with him and her. And he's just the most adorable, sweet, calm, curious baby. I mean, he's so curious, like so cute. And it's such a blessing for her to me now. I feel like such a blessing to share him with me, to let me um get to know him and experience him. That's such a gift. It's just such a gift. I think it's things that I probably would have taken for granted in the past, but now I'm so grateful for. I'm grateful for my friends. I am so grateful for the people in my life that love me. Also, I've seen a theme with seeing different types of manipulating personalities. Um, and I don't want to say like if it's good or evil. I think it all has to do with survival skills and coping skills, for life. But I am able to recognize it more and also not be bound to it. Not feel guilty to like I should help or I shouldn't help. I just do what's best for me, right? So if I want to help, I'll help out of the goodness of my heart, but not due to the manipulation of what's being played out to me, right? So I'll be able to see, okay, this person is trying to do such and such because they feel such and such. Um, but I don't resonate with what they are asking of me, and I will decline to engage in that way, right? But also, it could be okay. I know that they're doing such and such, and I know they're doing it because of such and such. And actually, I could be loving this way without harming myself. And even though I know they're doing it, and they don't know that I know that they're doing it, I can contribute in this way and engage in this way with them. So I'm finding that a lot. A lot of them, too, for me, the manipulations have been people that try to be friendly and smiley at first, but um have not wanting a genuine interaction, but just wanting an interaction that you think is genuine in order to um, get something, right? So the mechanic was one. That was today. I have a family member that's been doing a little bit, um, a little bit of that. And I actually finally was like, I'm not gonna, I don't feel comfortable right now. I can't help in this way. So I need to pull back a little bit. Still be loved, but not in the way that they're asking or needing. Is I can't do that right now. Um, and being okay with that. So at first I was feeling a little bit guilty about it, but I had a dream. My dreams be telling me stuff. My dreams be telling me stuff about my life, right? Like personal stuff. I was asking the other day, everybody has like all their clairs that they're able to use and to help humanity and to help others and the healing gifts. And I think that will come online for me as I grow in love more with myself and see more truly who I am and I'm able to accept, right? But um I don't have those things yet. And then I realized like, but I do have such good communication through my dreams of things that I need to know in the right time to know it. Um so anyway, I had a confirmation that it was okay that because I was feeling bad about not being able to help or be the love that they needed me to be in the way that they wanted um, to receive love and kindness. And I just didn't have the capacity for it, right? It was a lot and it was consistent. Um, it was a consistent request to be something I want to say not my usual repertoire of being myself, right? So I had to like separate from them. I was feeling really bad about it, but I just knew like I couldn't do it anymore, that I had no more to give in that way, and that this person needed to focus on their inner voice and their own healing, that my coming to assistance in a way that was um taken away from me um, on a regular basis, that I couldn't upkeep that. Like I was going to run myself into a deficit. Whether it's just always listening to their problems or offering solutions that were not appearing to be tried. And then just, I would just sit so heavy with what they were dealing with. Like I couldn't um, disconnect. So like when I love somebody and I care about you, like I do wanna. hear what's going on and help. But what happens is something's going on with you and it's stressing you out. I'm stressed out too. And so usually when I'm stressed out in my own life, I have ways for dealing with that and moving through it and problem solving or looking for the answers to come and being still and trying to listen to the communications from my guides and my angels as to what's the best thing for me. And if this person isn't doing that, and every time there's contact, it's a very sad story, and there's no relief from it. Like um, it's always the same thing for months. I can't function like that because even in my own life, I don't function like that. I do have bad moments, but I do move forward or to try to keep my headspace in a certain way, right? So I might feel it for a bit and then I'm like, okay, please help me, guides and angels, feel confident about what's coming, feel at peace, feel loved, relieve the fear, relieve the anxiety, and stuff like that. But if the person is always not do that, and yeah, you always feel the need to you offer solutions, it's not helping. Nothing that you say really helps, right? Because again, that could be true. It could be that they just have to figure it out on their own. Um, but the need is still there in the physical form, and you have to keep giving. Like I didn't have any more to give, and I just needed a break from it. So I was feeling bad about it, but in my dreams, I got confirmation that it was okay. Because I wasn't too sure if it was a manipulation. I suspected it was. I didn't feel comfortable anymore entertaining it. It felt performative, but I wasn't sure. So I was sure enough that I didn't want to contribute to it or engage with it. Um, and I got confirmation in my dream that I was basically correct. And not that this person was a horrible person, but they were in a mood of looking for something to um, feed themselves, to take care of their need. And I just, I didn't have the capacity to do that for them at the stage where I'm at in my life. If I was in a different stage, I definitely would want to. Um, but they would have to contribute to helping themselves. And um, they basically showed me that they would take from me for themselves and leave me with less than what I needed for myself. So, and it showed me in a symbolic way. It wasn't like they showed me the actual person doing anything like that. But anyway, so I got confirmation. So I found that. And then I found like, even in the work sense, there are characters that want to present in a certain way. But all people do, right? We all want to look a certain way or hope that we look a certain way with others. But there are characters in authority that want to present in a certain way while showing a different face to those that they have authority over, right? And then when someone that has authority over them are in connection with um, someone who they may consider um, someone who they have authority over. So, like when their boss wants to talk to their team, then, they're very kind and understanding. And not submitting to that, right? I'm always pleasant and cordial, and I do try to meet whatever the demands of the job is. But some demands are unfair, and being able to share that in a diplomatic way because you know that the demands that are unfair have to do with this person wanting to prove themselves um to their bosses to show that they're worthy and they can get the team to do certain things at the detriment of the team, right? So I can understand that and still share that it's not a healthy aspect to be in work-wise, right? Without falling for the manipulation in a sense of not being authentic to how I feel it's displaying, but sharing how I feel is displaying in a honest but kind way, right? So yeah, so I'm finding that I'm seeing the manipulations, I'm seeing the reasons behind the manipulations, which make the manipulations less evil or the people less terrible, but still also not subjecting myself to them. So that's what I find the theme has been this week. Started on Sunday. It's kind of played out today was Saturday. Today was maybe the final the kaboom with this guy. So I found that that's happening. So hopefully I wouldn't have to deal with this for a while. Maybe this is a clearing of this theme in my life, being able to acknowledge and discern, not engage with what I don't feel comfortable engaging with, and taking care of myself, but also when I'm able to extend love in the best way I can to these people. So, so yeah, so I found that that's been a theme this week. Ooh. So reflections of this week, I'm discovering how far I've progressed in terms of when situations are uncomfortable, inconvenience, or somewhat scary, how I process, where I have improved and where I need work still. My discernment has increased and my trust in myself and in not doing things that I don't feel resonate with me. And also seeing behind the manipulation, right? That extra little foresight. I will say the extra foresight does not come in the moment, it comes after. So, like today, when I was with the guy and he was behaving all crazy, I couldn't see why he was behaving this way. When I got home in my quiet, I could see that maybe he needed the money. And now I feel like, I wouldn't have mind giving him a little something if he needed a little something, but he wasn't going to fix my car with quadruple the cost. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by not engaging in manipulation in the way that they would like it to be engaged in, but helping if I see what the cause is in a way that I could help that doesn't diminish me or make me feel small or less than or given a way that I am not comfortable giving. So so yeah, that's what I'm learning this week. These talks are so good because had I not tried to summarize what came through in this week, I would not have learned this about myself. So I just want to thank anybody that's listening. Thank you so much because this is why I do it every week. And um, it helps me to better understand myself and the lessons. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Yeah, and the good things that come out of it. I found a guy that specializes in Jeeps that could help me with the car. And I found a really good tow person that, if I ever need a tow that I can trust. There's a safe guy that, you know, that, if I ever need a tow, anybody, I would refer to this man. He was so calm through this whole thing. It was such a beautiful, um, kind being, So. Anyways, so that's it for this week. I'm working on the space. I'll put the link below in the video below, so check it out. I can't see the page, so please let me know what it looks like, if it needs this, if it needs that, what you guys think it should have. I think you can leave comments on there. Um, So yeah, I think I might try this space. See if I make new friends. I would love some new friends, some genuine, authentic, beautiful souls. Anyway, so that's it for today. It's not very long, I don't think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's nothing else that I want to share. What has your week been? Are you guys finding that you're clearing stuff? Um, what are the themes that are coming up for you? What are the lessons that you're learning about yourself? Um, peace is major for me. I ask for peace a lot. I ask for peace of mind, for harmony, to feel loved and supported and confident that I am taken care of, by the divine, that I don't have to worry, I don't have to be scared, that it all works out for me in the best, 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 best way, even though it looks like it's not. This is a story with the car, y'all, you know, so still meant to be, still trying to figure out where this car leads. What is it? Is it going to be fixed and cost effective? Am I going to need a new car? Is it saying it's time, you know, to get a new car? Like, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many things I'm so curious about. Anyway, so I hope you have a great week. And I think this is going to post on Sunday. So I hope you have a great week. If I can do another one, I'm trying to think. I'm off on Monday, but probably because I just post this sometimes, I probably wouldn't do it until the next weekend anyway. So next week's will probably not be Friday because I work on Fridays. It'll probably be either Saturday or Sunday or the following Monday that weekend. Because I'm off on Mondays now for July. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, so have a great week. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Listen to yourself and listen honestly to what you're saying. Like honestly, myself told me today, I don't like when people are treated unfairly. Like I don't like it. Like I don't like it. And I still have some growth to do there in how I interact with people that are treating people unkindly. Because it makes me so angry. So angry. So I still have work to do there because I can't see past how I'm feeling when they're doing it in the moment. I can see it after. I can see it after. So but yeah, so hoping you listen to your little lessons, not to judge it. I don't feel bad that that's where I'm still at. I don't think it's a horrible thing, but it's a true thing. It's an authentic thing. That's who I am right now. And acknowledging that's who I am right now and loving myself there because I am like that probably because I have felt mistreated in the past and I don't like to see people mistreated and looking at the fact that I have been someone that mistreats people when I'm angry or feeling like my needs aren't met, right? So I know I have to look at that to see what I need to heal there, understand more about myself and not judge in order for it to alleviate, be transmuted to love. So it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's telling me where I am, being there. It's where I am right now. That's okay too. When I'm ready to release that, I will. But I'm glad that I'm aware of it as I wasn't aware of it before, as I am now. I couldn't define it or put words to that aspect of my being, and now I can. So, anyways, so have a great week. Be gentle to yourself, be kind with yourself, listen to what yourself is telling you so you could learn more about yourself, so you could love yourself more. Um, and for me, what works, everybody has their own way and the different ways of enjoying life. But what works for me is really gentle progress. It doesn't mean, does gentle mean slow? Okay, I'm gonna look Google. Gentle progress versus slow progress versus slow. Oh. Ah! AI just told me what it was. It says gentle often implies a smoother, less forceful approach, while slow simply indicates a lack of speed. So I like gentle progress. I like it to be easeful and smoother and soft and loving. But the pace of it is your own pace. It may be gentle for you to move fast, whereas it may be gentle for me to move slow. The pace is what you prefer. What's gentle for you? What's effortless for you? What's easeful for you? I think I like gentle progress. Yes. So, but the progress that you like, maybe you like harsh progress. I have a lot of people that like roller coasters. You will not find me on a roller coaster. I knew I didn't like it. Somebody told me I don't like it till I go on it. So I went on it and I hated it even more. It wasn't a necessary experience for me to understand I didn't like it. You know how they say you need to try something before you can say, I knew I didn't like it in my heart. I listened to somebody else. I went on the roller coaster, I didn't like it. But they love roller coasters. They love it. So I wish you the progress that you would like that works best for you. I think that's better. It's okay. So have a great week, guys. Okay. And we'll catch up again next weekend. Bye.